Yo, what is up, guys? This Pedro here. So as you guys know, the Baltimore Ravens beat the Washington football team 31-17, but there were some positives for the Washington football team. Dwayne Haskins had over 300 yards for the first time in his career. Antonio Gibson looked amazing, and Terry McLaurin had another 100-yard game. If you guys are new, subscribe for Washington and NFL content. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to be giving you guys my game recap and some of my biggest takeaways. So let's start off with Dwayne Haskins. So overall, he did not play bad. 32 for 45, 314 yards, which is the highest of his career. And he also had a rushing touchdown and a key rush on 4th and 1. So he played pretty well. He did have a couple mistakes. One time he got an 18-yard sack when that was a critical play that he really just needed to throw away if no one was open. They didn't really give us a view if anyone was open, but he should have just thrown that away. And also on that 4th and goal, should have had a shot to the end zone. But besides that and a couple misses on some screens, he played really well in my opinion. Made some nice passes in the backfield to Antonio Gibson, who had 4 catches for 82 yards. Sorry about that. He played pretty well. He also had a touchdown on the ground. Dwayne Haskins had a really nice throw at the end of the game, a 40-yard throw to Terry McLaurin, who had 10 catches for 118 yards. Another great game by Terry McLaurin, who was also banged up. J.D. McKissic, 7 catches for 40 yards. So the running backs had a lot of catches combined with Gibson and McKissic, 11 catches, so that's a lot. I like that Scott Turner was involving him a little bit more, or the running backs a little bit more. One thing that I did not like about Scott Turner is that his play calling at the end of the first half, we could have scored, and he kind of made a screen pass, and I did not like that. Kendall Fuller, amazing job today, 2 interceptions. Something that I did not like today, J.D. McKissic's fumble in the beginning of the game. We kind of had a little bit of momentum. We were stopping the Ravens defense. I think we stopped him once or twice, and then McKissic fumbles, gives the Ravens some really good field position, and then they score in like 2 plays. That really cost us right there. And then also that fake punt that we allowed. You know, I don't blame that on any individual players. That's more on coaching, the special teams coordinators. But overall, the offense, I know they only scored 17 points, but if you really think about it, Dustin Hopkins missed a field goal he should have made. That's 3 more points on the board, and we should have probably kicked a field goal, especially with the play calling on that 4th and goal. So that's really 23 points against a really good Ravens defense. 17 is still not bad. Also, if you guys watched my preview video, this was my exact score prediction. So so on the defense, let's go to the defense now. They allowed 31 points to a pretty good amazing Ravens offense. Part of that was the offense not giving the defense good field position. John Bostic had 14 tackles. He had a decent game. Deron Payne had he had a nice game. He had a pressure on RG3, which forced him to throw an interception. And then Kendall Fuller, 2 interceptions. Both were pretty nice catches. I really liked how he was doing. The secondary overall was okay. I mean, if you look at it, how we allowed 206 yards passing, really 193. The special teams doesn't really count right there. Yeah, overall though, defense played okay, but you could definitely feel like we really missed Chase Young out there. We were not getting much pressure at all. Tim Settle had a sack, which was nice. And then, it says we only have 1 sack, but Ryan Anderson definitely had a sack in that game. I can't remember when, but it was in the 3rd or 4th quarter. He definitely had a sack, but we definitely weren't getting enough pressure, and we'll see how it improves with Chase Young hopefully playing next week. He was warming up today and doing pretty well, so I think he will play. Overall, though, defense, you're playing against Lamar Jackson, and I thought besides that 1 touchdown run, they only allowed him how many rushes? 7 carries for 53 yards. That's not terrible. And obviously he had a really, really nice 50-yard gain. So not terrible by the defense in terms of Lamar Jackson rush. And yeah, they ran 4.5 yards per carry. We got to limit that a little bit. At the end of the game, I feel like our defense was gassed and allowing them a lot of yards. But overall, I know we did give up 31 points, but our offense, especially in the first half of the game, did not put our defense in good situations to stop the Ravens. Also, that fake punt was not on the defense, obviously. That was on the special teams. Overall, not a great day for the special teams. But also, offensive line, I did not think the offensive line played that well. I mean, if you look at Dwayne Haskins got sacked 3 times, but there was so many times where he got pressured and he had people in his face. And at least one of the sacks, I think probably 2 of the sacks were on Dwayne Haskins. But besides that, there was so many other times where he got pressured. So, and I think this 40 right here is how many times he got pressured, because Lamar Jackson, it says 2. So I would say biggest takeaways, Dwayne Haskins bounced back and looked pretty good, besides a couple of key plays where he should have not taken the sack and a couple misses on some screen plays. Offensive line did not look too great. Gibson looks like the real deal. Every game he gets better and better. 13 carries for 46 yards, and that's 3.5 yards per carry, but he was doing a lot of goal line work and, short yardage work. So he really, if you take those out of the equation, he was really running for like 4 yards per carry. And then Isaiah Wright, he did okay today. They didn't feature him too much, but he still had 20 catches. AGG, man, he did not play at all, really. I saw him a couple times blocking, but besides that, I barely saw him on the field. Terry McLaurin, another great game, 10 catches, 118 yards, had that nice catch at the end of the game, 14 targets. That's what I love to see. Keep giving Terry McLaurin the ball, especially when Dwayne Haskins is not looking great, which he was today at the end of the game. But let's say in the first half, if in a future game, if Haskins isn't looking good, just keep putting Terry McLaurin and give him a slant route every time, because that's a throw that Dwayne can make easily, and Terry is so good at getting yards after the catch. I think they need to do that not every time, but keep doing that. Keep feeding McLaurin the ball. I love that he got 14 targets. McKissick was also good in the pass catching game, but that fumble was very costly. They scored 7 points off of that turnover, and that was definitely a killer, because we also weren't doing that bad on that drive on offense. But yeah, Cam Sims also had a couple catches. I liked what they were doing with him in the pass game. Logan Thomas only had 1 catch for 8 yards. Got targeted 4 times. He had 1 or 2 drops. Inman 4 catches for 29 yards. Like I said, guys, we did lose by 14 points, and that sucks. It's a double-digit loss. But if you look on the bright side, the Cowboys, it's a close game. It's 41-38. If they win this game, I'm going to be so mad. They were just losing by like 21 to the Browns. But if they end up losing, we will be in first place in the NFC East still, unless the Eagles win this game against the 49ers. But yeah, overall, guys, like I said, definitely, even though we lost by 14, there's definitely some positives. Dwayne Haskins looked decent, bounced back, except for that sack that he took and a couple other plays where he was a little bit inaccurate. I thought he played well. Gibson looked like a number one running back. Not like obviously best running back in the league, but he looked like a stud running back. He had over 120 yards total. McLaurin looked like a stud, and yeah, we lost. We fell to 1-3, but this was a game we expected to lose. I mean, this is a great Ravens team who went 14-2 last year and has Super Bowl aspirations this year. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and let me know what you guys think about the game. Who are your MVPs? Who do you think did not play too well? Like I said, no one that played terrible. There's a couple missed tackles, and in the secondary, we got to sum things up. Ronald Darby had a couple miscues, but again, thanks for watching, and peace.